Hello, teacher. Good evening. This is my work about the connected speech, and this is the topic that I choose. So let me start. Okay. Well, good evening, my dear students. Today we are gonna start with a new topic. We are gonna try to do something different. Okay. So in here we have four different sentences. So I want you to focus on the second part. For example, on the first sentences, we have I want this orange. But then you have something that in this part without explaining anything, it could be strange. If you try to read, you may read something like this orange, this orange. So try to focus on the second part, the one that it is after the arrow. For example, in the second, this afternoon, this afternoon. Or in maybe in the third one, that orange, that orange. So I'm so sorry. So I want you to focus on the second part, on every sentence. And I want you to tell me what do you think that it is that? Is that the same sentence, but maybe we are writing the sentence in another way? You have to organize it. Is there a difference when I read the first part and when I read the second part? Is there any difference? Cats or dogs? Cats, cats or dogs? Cats or dogs? So is something different with it? You are gonna try to do something about this, and after this, we are gonna review what is that about. So basically, after doing the exercise, we are gonna review this. So the topic that we are gonna review today, my dear students, is about catenation, and basically, it is how we are gonna to connect words to sound more fluent. We don't have to speak fast, but we can speak fluently. So this is one of the ways that we can do it. But in here, you have to take into account that we have some rules. In English, we have some rules. So in grammar, we have some rules in every language. But in here, in this specific part of connected speech, you have to take into account if you want to produce these sounds, because you can do it whenever you want, but you have to know the rules to do it properly. So the first rule that we have is that when we have a consonant to vowel, so it says when one word ends in a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound, so you can link two sounds. For example, sunshine is good for you. So you are gonna have the consonant sound, which is E, and then the next word begins with a vowel sound, which is S. Sunshine is good for you. So this is the way that you can put the sounds. Remember that we are talking about the sounds. We are not talking about the writing. We are talking about the pronunciation about this. Okay? So this is the first rule that you have to take into account. Let's go with the next one. Let's go with the second one. The second rule that we have is when we have a vowel to a vowel. So when a word ends in a vowel sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound, so you can link two sounds. For example, my uncle is too angry. My uncle, my my uncle is too hungry. So, or for example, with the second one, he ate the apple. He ate the apple. So this is a way that you can do it. Then we have the last rule, which is the third one. It is when we have a consonant sound to consonant sound. So when one word ends in a consonant sound and the next word begins with a consonant sound, so they produce in the same position. Basically, they produce the sound and word. You can link two sounds when you can do a catenation. So, for example, I've been drinking coffee. I've been drinking coffee. Or, for example, in the next one, Pet didn't share his threat. So, when you have this sound, you can link to start more fluently. Okay? So basically, these are the rules that you have to take into account. So remember, consonant to vowel or vowel to consonant. The next one is vowel to vowel, and the last one, consonant to consonant. Okay, so in here you have some examples for you to take into account. So now we are gonna do some practice paragraph. In here you have, oh, I'm sorry. In here you have this short paragraph. So you are gonna try to apply the rules that we discussed, that we saw. We are gonna try to apply them into the paragraph. You are gonna identify and you will make the list which sounds apply to the rules that we just saw. You are gonna make the list and then you are gonna practice reading the paragraph and using the catenation, the linking sounds that we just reviewed. So you are going to use it, you are going to identify those sounds, you are going to make the list on your notebook, then you are going to practice with your partner, you are going to read it using the technique, and after that you are going to go, you are going to pass to the front, and you are going to read it, okay? You are going to read it aloud, using sound as fluently as you can, as much fluently as you can. Okay, I want you to do a good job. And well, that will be all. Thank you very much, teacher.